All right, our next documents are going to go really quickly because they're not things that you need to fill out. We're going to talk about the community association, seller's property disclosure, and lead-based paint. These three documents are documents that the seller's agent will have had the seller fill out if they are applicable. So what you'll need to do is go and get them from Flex. So inside of Flex, you'll go to the listing just like you normally would, type the thing in the top, go to the listing, then you'll come here to documents. Instead of documents, you will pull down the document that you're looking for. So the first one we're going to look at is the lead-based paint. And I do LBP, and I do that under downloads so that next time I download a document, it just replaces the previous file. Yes, so I don't have 84,000 lead-based paint documents on my computer. So it's downloaded. I'm going to go back to my loop. I'm going to grab the lead-based paint document. I'm going to stick it inside of there. I don't know what the procedure is for DocuSign, but there is a way to upload documents. So I'm going to stick my lead-based paint in there. Now I've got the one that the seller's agent filled out. Remember, you chose the letters, right? So you can change this. This goes toward their their seller brokerage agreement. So those two match for them. You can change it because it's your contract. So I'm going to refer back to my document, and I made the lead-based paint. Look, I didn't even put one. So whatever letter I would have made the lead-based paint, then I would add that letter here. I don't know how to do it in DocuSign, but you would add a box, a text box, and you would add the letter D or whatever that. Don't leave this blank. If it doesn't have a letter, it doesn't go with your contract. So make sure you add whatever letter is on your special steps page to each document that you're attaching as addenda. So then down here, it's got the address of the property. Here, the seller would have filled all this out. So the seller is saying here that I have no knowledge of lead-based paint. They're saying here that I have no documents pertaining to lead-based paint in the house. This is what your buyer needs to sign. So you would add initial spots for your buyer to sign. So they're signing saying that they've received all the information, and they're signing saying that they've received the pamphlet, Protect Yourself from Lead in Your Home, which you would have given with your buyer brokerage agreement. So they're signing this document to say both of those. Then they've either received the 10-day opportunity to inspect or they're waiving it. I have my buyer sign the 10-day opportunity. If during due diligence they would like to have a lead-based paint, I encourage them to do so. So they've had that time to test for lead-based paint. So they're going to initial C, D, E, I. This is what I need to have my buyer initial. I need to initial as the buyer's agent here, and then I need to fill in my buyer's signatures and my information down at the bottom. That is that lead-based paint document. The same will go for all of the other documents. You're going to download the seller's disclosure. You're going to put your buyer's signature on the last page. That's all you have to do on the seller's disclosure. Then the same thing with the HOA document, also known as the community association. All you have to add is your buyer's signature on the last page and the letter. So both of these have a spot for a letter. You would add the letter here. You would add the date of the offer. All of this will have been filled out by the seller's agent, or the seller rather. So you'd come all the way to the bottom, add your buyer's signature there. So those three documents are very easy to do because you don't have to fill them out. You are just adding a letter and a signature or initial depending on the document on those three. Let's go ahead and look at the wire fraud. On the wire fraud, you will have to have your buyers fill this out as well as the ABAD if they're not a Keller Williams agent. If they are a Keller Williams agent, then it will already be in Flex because Josh, the listing agent, will have filled it out and put it in Flex because it's required on the listing side too. If not, you'll go to if it is, you'll go to Flex and download it just like you do the other ones. If not, you will make one. These are very simple. It's just their signatures. So wire fraud, going at the bottom, add your buyer signature, they sign, and you're done. Same thing with the ABAD, go in at the bottom, add a letter that matches your contract, add the buyer name Augusta Partners, Keller Williams Realty Augusta Partners, the date, and then have them sign two places, here and here. You as the buyer's agent sign here. So it's just signatures on those documents. Very, very simple. That completes your addenda, exhibits and addenda. So all of those, depending on your contract, need to be filled out. They need to all have letters. They need to be sent to your coach to review, and then to the list agent as one packet. You won't just send the contract. You'll send everything as one packet. If you have any questions about that, get with your coach. Make sure you're sending these documents to your coach for review. That was the Community Association, Seller's Disclosure, Lead-Based Paint, Wire Fraud, and ABAD.